Welcome to Layer Tutorials. We will start this session by looking at the program schedule for this video. We have it is about different projects that you are going to do. So in this video itself, we are going to start first project. So the first project is the static website. You are going to learn how to build a static website. As we mentioned that you are going to do static websites and then responsive websites and then dynamic websites, and you will not do only you'll not only just develop websites, you will learn how to build a mobile applications. So the first projects we are going to start in this video. So now let's look into what we are going to cover in this video. Here we'll cover few fundamentals, not everything. Today's session we will cover few, and in the upcoming session we will cover the next of some more in detail. So first we'll understand the importance of the front end. We will we will see how in the current industry how front end developer and how key role does he plays, how important the role front-end developer is, and what are the packages in the different MNC companies, and all these are going to cover in the first part. Then we'll understand what is the journey of the industry and different stages in the journey in your career path, and this we will understand. And the next part we will have the few fundamentals. We will learn few important fundamentals like debugging, syntax, browser, tweaking code. Okay, first learn about the understand about the importance of the front end in the current industry. So why is the front end developer so important? We will understand these part. So in the current industry, the demand for a front-end developer is growing because whatever may be any big company you take, what that could be Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, Instagram, any company you take, they need a website, right? To display this product or the information about what they are doing, anything, any details, you need a website. Website is a must. So to develop a website, what do you need? You need a front-end developer, right? So that's why the demand for the front-end developers are increasing day by day. Okay, that could be a startup. Even the startup wants to display their products and give information to the public about their products, right? A website plays a very key role. Okay, that's why front-end developers' demand is increasing day by day. Now let's understand what are the salary packages are offered in India. First, we will understand in India. In this slide, we can see the Flipkart and Amazon are paying higher salary in India, and the starting salary for the in India is 6 lakhs per annum. And we can see the React tops hiding trends from 2017. Here we have some technologies like React, Python, ASP.NET, C++, just by learning these technologies. And we have seen how the learning the React itself is creating a lot of demand for the developers. In the coming sessions, you will learn the React technology. I will teach you about the React technology and you will build projects using this technology. So now let's look into the few software fundamentals. So that browser is like when you want to open a website, where do you go? You go to browser, right? You open Google Chrome or Firefox or Safari like this. You will open web browsers and you search the internet, you open a website and you look into it or search for an article, right? So that is the browser. In this session, we will learn about URL. It is a new term. You will understand what is the URL. The full form of URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Simply, but we can say that this URL is like an address of the website, just like how you have the address of your home. Similarly, you have an address for the website. If you want to browse the Amazon website, what do? You go open Google Chrome or a browser like that and type amazon.in, right? So in this way, the amazon.in, the www.amazon.in, that is the thing is called as URL. It's like an address for the Amazon website. Similarly, like Flipkart, we will have different URLs which are like an address for the particular website. Like we will open web browsers and you search the internet, you open a website and you look into it or search for an article, right? So that is the browser. In this session, we will learn about URL. It is a new term. You will understand what is the URL. The full form of URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Simply, but we can say that this URL is like an address of the website, just like how you have the address of your home. Similarly, you have an address for the website. If you want to browse the Amazon website, what do? You go open Google Chrome or a browser like that and type amazon.in, right? So in this way, the amazon.in, the www.amazon.in, that is the thing is called as URL. It's like an address for the Amazon website. Similarly, like Flipkart, we will have different URLs which are like an address for the particular website. Like we will see a demo. Now I open my Google Chrome. The one I'm talking, which I typed here, okay, www.amazon.in. This is the URL for the Amazon website. Similarly, you will see Flipkart also. Flipkart, so here flipkart.com. This is nothing but the URL for the Flipkart website. In this way, every website will have a URL. Now you will understand about the different technologies. We, we have already seen that the browser understands few languages, right? Like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. There are languages like which the browser will understand, and the browser with the help of operating system will understand all the languages and will display the website as you have to see, like the one which you are seeing. That was possible when the browser understand these languages with the help of operating system and display to you. These we have seen in the sessions. Now we'll understand another technical term, that is syntax. In Latin terms, what we can say, syntax is nothing but the rules of the language. The rules of the language is called a syntax. See, just like how when I'm speaking in English, the order of the words, like which should come first, which should come second, like this, there will be an order, right? There are rules about how you should write the order, how you should frame a sentence, right? Similarly, software also is a language, right? Like HTML, CSS, there are also languages that they also have rules. Those rules are called syntaxes. Okay, so syntax is nothing but the rules of the language. But in Latin terms, what we can say, syntax is nothing but the rules of the language. The rules of the language is called a syntax. See, just like how when I'm speaking in knowing syntax doesn't mean that you learn programming. So when you are doing your programming, just knowing syntax is not at all sufficient. Syntax just plays a very small part, very small role in the programming perspective. So why I'm repeating this many times? Because many people think that just knowing the syntax means that they can code, and when they are actually given a task, they face difficulty in doing that programming. It is because many people try to learn a lot of languages. They'll be like, we know Python, Java, C, C++. They list a number of languages that they know. It means that they know only syntax. Knowing syntax is not sufficient. In programming, just knowing syntax is not sufficient. We will teach you all the aspects of the programming. So here it is very important. Just knowing syntax, just knowing the rules. If a person knows syntax, it means that he knows the rules. That's it. Just knowing the rules is not sufficient. In programming, syntax is just a small part. This you have to keep in mind. So now we will understand the syntax. Just very in a basic terms, we will understand about the syntax. Now, like how the rules are very strict for the programming language, and in any language, especially when you are communicating to a computer, the rules are very strict. So that's why every minute things matters. And many times, because we do some errors in syntaxes, our things stop working, and we feel that this is not working. So learning syntax is also important. We will see few examples about how the syntax is very important. Here in the slide itself, you can see like two pieces of code, right? Here, the near the body, you have a open flower brace. We call it flower brace, and then there is a closing flower brace. So like this, there is an open flower brace, and there is a closed flower brace. In HTML, in CSS, this is the CS code. We will teach you how to use it. I'm just giving an example of the syntax. Anything that you open, you have to close it. In the side or code that is not present, we will see then what happens when things like this, when such small errors like just they did not, we forget to write that closing flower brace, just because that happens. What happens, that we'll understand the importance of the syntax. Now let's see an example. Here you can see there is some code here, there is a body here, and you can see here what you will just remove these flower brace. That's one. In other, that you have read okay, if you read okay. So now we have seen this example also, right? We just removed a symbol and then the image got changed. Now we'll understand a new term called bug. Sometimes you would have got in your phone or in a laptop, you could have got something like updates, software updates like this, right? So you would have gone in the phone like this, in that you have to read the description. You would have seen like bug fixes like this. We would have just gone type in like update now, that's it. If you read the description, you must know that we can see like bug fix. So bug fixes like this, so we'll understand the bug. So what is the bugs? If there is no exactly to your desired output, like you want a desired output, right? One desired output, right? You want a website or some part of the website to look. If it does not meet the expectations, if it does not meet the desired outcome, it's nothing but a bug. You have something expected, but which you with the code that you have written, you did not get an expected output. That means that your code has a bug. So bugs are actually very common. Okay, it's not like you are only your beginners do you have bugs, like when they write code they have bugs. It's not like that. People from like right from top to developers, every persons, they can have they do have bugs. When they write, they are bugs when they write, and bugs are very common. That's why even when you are open your application, you have different software updates, right? From your, that you could be Mac laptop or it could be a Windows system, anything, you will have the bugs, and that will be fixed over the time. So next, so the just that you have expected behavior and that is not met, then if it is not met, that means you have a bug. So now let's understand the simple example. Here, if you see in the site of where it is that you have seen that you have wanted, the expected thing was an image, and the name of the person is and the designation. Like here, you can see the image and then Ravi Teja and then the designation called as front-end developer. But with the code that I have written, I got an output like this. The image is missing. One bug is the image is missing. Another bug is the front-end developer. The designation should be small, but there is the designation is very high, very big. That is another bug that we can observe. So this is the bug that we have observed. Now, what's the next step after we have observed the bug? First, we have observed it. Now we have to fix the bug, right? So the process of fixing a bug is called as debugging. When you have a bug, then you need to fix it. The process of fixing is called as debugging. So identify the bugs and fixing it. To fix a bug, you have to need a checklist. Just by doing it and try won't be sufficient, right? You will have some checklist. What all you should check in this way, we have to fix the bug. First, we will see that with an example. So here you can see your here in the output, here you can see how it is it, and then you can check what is the missing. And like for example, we have seen that something which is open should be closed, that is the checkpoint. That is checkpoint. If you are learning these because of some concepts, so the debugging process should be also be done in the structured way. So doing in this structured way, there are many methods, processes, and tools that also have been. You need checklist to do that. We will provide you this checklist as you go on. See, if you are got higher paying jobs, okay, when you got a Amazon, you won't be developing Amazon website right from scratch, right? You will be having like they'll already have a website, and there will be some new features that you need to help in developing on the website, right? Like for example, let's say you have joined somewhere 2 years back on the website Amazon Pay, that they are launched, and they you have to build Amazon Pay, something like that. So there will be new features coming up in the website, which you need to build on the top of the current website, right? So when you are developing on the top of something, what is more important, you have to first understand what is the current code base, right? So already the whatever the code is present for the website, you have to understand it, and then you will build right the new features. So first, to get insights about the current whatever code is present, to understand, to get insights about the current things, you need to do tweaking. Tweaking will tweaking will give insights about what is already present. So even like what is tweaking, even when you do small changes, we get an insight about what's happening in the code, what all are present, right? So just by making a very small changes in the code, you will understand how the software behaves. You will get insights about the software, how it is, what are the things like this. Now we will see about about the your first project that you are going to start. So I think you are all excited about the first project that you are going to build. So it is static website. You are going to build a static website. So static websites will take some examples like through these projects what you can build. We will see some examples, okay? Some applications of the websites are portfolio website, like your own profile, like what all the skills you know, the projects you did, all this you can build. Similarly, like your Amazon, you have different products list, right? There are different products and the details about the products and the photos and these part of the build. Some e-commerce web applications and the product listing like Amazon, and so that parts, and there's music parts. You must be using Spotify, Ghana, like that. And when you click a song, you will see a lot of details about the songs, right? So music apps like that you will be able to build. And then restaurant applications like example Domino's, Pizza Hut, you can see these examples, right? There you can see different what is the menu, and you can open the menu and you can see what is the description about it and what all the ingredients are included, and like different details will be there in the different applications, right? We can build all this listing, like listing the menus and all these things, like. And tourist screening application, or it means news applications like in shorts, like Google News, like this you can able to build such websites. So I think you all are excited that there are so many possibilities that you can, like so many examples and these applications you are going to build in this video. An example like this in the tourism websites, there is a lot of tools. If you want to build a tourism website of from Hyderabad, you can just Salar Museum, Golconda Fort, and you will write about the details. You can write about the history of it and like this. And these websites that you are going to build, so you can. Similarly, we have seen the music beats website also, and we can see the list of the songs and the descriptions to build the static websites. And we can see what are the tools and technologies that are involved in the building of the static websites, like you can see HTML, CSS, Amazon Web Services, S3, CloudFront, and all these technologies, you know, we will be covering while building the static websites. Just front end, not just static. The static, responsive, dynamic, and these technology, all technologies will be involved, and you can learn these tools and technologies by building a static website. So I think you people are very excited and building all this. Even I am excited to make you build all these websites. So let's summarize the today's session. So the key takeaway of today's is, first you have to understand what is the browsing, and that you have to cover in this previous in this session. And then the new thing that you have learned in URL. URL means uniform resource locator, simply, but it is like the address of the website. Then we have seen about the syntax. Syntax is nothing but the rules of the language, right? Whenever we can communicate in the computer, you can communicate using the language, right? So when you are communicating in the language, there are some rules. Those rules are called syntaxes, and in case of software, the rules are very strict. And we have seen, just by making small changes, just by missing the flower bracket, and what has happened, right? The whole website view has changed. And so in this way, syntax is also very important. And we have already discussed the syntax, what is the basically just part of the program. And just by knowing the syntax, you cannot, it doesn't mean that you know program. And you have seen about bugs and debugging. Bug is nothing but, in a common term, it's error. But need anything, so anything which is not according to the expected behavior. If your software does not work according to the expected behavior, then it means that your software has a bug. So, and then we have seen the process of identifying the bug and debugging, and the fixing the bug is called as debugging. So in this way, we have already seen that for debugging, the important point is doing it the structured way using checklists and different methods. And the second important part of the part is the debugging. And we learn that tweaking the code, like to understand the get in on insight of the current code base, you need to tweak the code a little bit, making small changes and understanding the current software behavior. To understand the current software behavior, you need to tweak the code, because when you're working, we do not generally work right from scratch. We will be developing in on a whatever is present on top of it. So tweaking is actually a very important skill. So we have seen about tweaking. You will understand more in detail different methods of tweaking and all. Okay, so these are the key takeaways of today's session. So I think you understand the importance of the front end, right? So how the front end, just by learning few front technologies, how it is planning it, and how the high paying jobs, right? So now we'll see what we are going to cover in the next session. So in the next session, we will start developing the first static website. So in this slide, you can see here on this slide, the image here, you have an image with some text and the whole button and everything, right? So you are going to be going to start the new next session. You are going to start building a section like this in your first static website. So I hope you all are excited to start developing and building your own projects, right? So I